Okay, so you're here because you want to know more and you want to know it quickly, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we're all about here on the Deep Dive.
Absolutely.
So today, we're going to deep dive into something that's really kind of fundamental to our lives,
Yeah.
our interactions every single day, and that is personal hygiene and
Mm.
um, really how it affects the people around us.
Right.
So we've got all kinds of sources here, from modern observations all the way to ancient practices.
Wow.
And they're really all kind of circling this really interesting link between,
Hmm.
how we present ourselves in terms of hygiene and how that affects other people.
Yeah.
So our deep dive today is going to pull out the key info about personal hygiene habits,
Okay.
particularly around body odor and sort of the effects
Love it.
that it has. And, get ready for a new perspective, because your lifestyle choices
Hmm.
have a huge influence on how you smell and how you kind of, move through the world.
It's amazing when you think about it. Something so personal, like our hygiene can have such a ripple effect. It's not just what we say or do,
Right.
it's our presence, our bacteria, the way we take care of ourselves, all these
It
things.
all contributes.
It all contributes to the environment that other people
Yeah.
experience.
And it's constant.
It is. It's like a form of nonverbal communication that's always happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So let's unpack this a little bit with a really cool lens, and that's Ayurvedic principles.
Okay.
Now, Ayurveda is this ancient Indian system of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And, you might reach for that conventional deodorant first,
Right. Yeah.
but these traditional teachings, they suggest something a little bit different.
Interesting.
It's really about working with the body
Yeah.
instead of trying to suppress it
Right.
right off the bat.
Yeah, if you think about the bigger picture of Ayurveda, the emphasis is on creating balance within the body.
Okay.
So instead of blocking sweat glands or masking odor with chemicals, Ayurveda really looks at managing the root cause of the odor.
Got it. Okay, so that brings us to some practical ways to manage body odor naturally.
Okay.
And forget the drugstore we're talking about, stuff you can probably find in your kitchen.
Awesome.
Lemon juice, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew that the acidity of lemon juice creates this environment where bacteria can't thrive?
Right. It basically neutralizes those microbes right on the skin.
Wow. And then there's alum, or Fitkari.
Yes.
This has a two-pronged effect.
It does.
It's got these ionic properties that disrupt the bacteria,
Mm-hmm.
and it acts as an astringent, which
Right.
helps contract the skin tissue and reduce sweat.
So natural.
So it's like this natural two-in-one.
Exactly.
And it's not just what we put on topically, right?
Right.
The research you provided really emphasizes regular cleansing,
Yes.
like daily baths, especially when it's hot out,
It makes sense.
just washing away the sweat and bacteria.
Absolutely. And it seems so basic,
Totally.
but it's so crucial.
Yeah, it's like foundational. And it also brings up this question of internal factors, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your notes pointed out that there's a connection between our diet and how we smell.
Absolutely.
And, the advice to limit sulfur-rich foods,
Hmm.
like onions and garlic, if you're prone to body odor.
Yeah.
That makes sense because these compounds, when they break down in the body,
Right.
they get released through our pores.
They do. They come out as volatile sulfur compounds.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the other hand, adding in more fruits and flour-based foods,
Hmm.
that can help with internal purification,
Interesting.
which means what we consume could help our body's natural detox process
It can.
and make us smell better.
Makes sense.
So if we bring it back to the idea of Ayurveda,
Yes.
it's about balance, right?
It is.
Diet is so crucial to that.
Absolutely. These recommendations are all about nourishing the body in a way that promotes that inner balance.
Totally. Okay, so then there's lifestyle factors too, right?
Right.
Smoking, we all know, can make body odor worse.
It's true.
But then there's the link between stress and body odor.
Interesting.
You might not think about that right away.
No, not immediately.
But a stressed mind leads to increased metabolic activity,
Makes sense.
which can lead to more sweat and more odor.
Right. When we're stressed, our bodies react physically.
Yeah.
So changes in sweat production and the composition of that sweat can definitely intensify odor.
You know what the sources are suggesting is
Mhm.
living a more balanced and peaceful life.
Yeah.
It's not just good for your mind.
Right.
It's good for your body.
It affects your physical presence.
Totally. And this all kind of comes together
Mm-hmm.
in this powerful statement from the material we've been looking at.
Okay.
Your lifestyle choices determine how you smell, feel, and live.
I like that.
It's a good reminder that taking care of ourselves physically
Yeah.
is really tied to our inner harmony.
It's all connected. And you know what's really important here is that personal care goes beyond how we look. It's about how we interact with others and the environment we're a part of.
So to sum it all up,
Yeah.
our approach to hygiene, whether it's through diet, stress management, or just daily habits,
Mm-hmm.
really affects how we interact with people and the atmosphere we create around ourselves.
Absolutely. It's fascinating and it makes you think.
Yeah.
Considering these insights, how could a more mindful approach to personal care actually change your daily interactions and
Right.
your overall well-being?
Right.
It's worth thinking about the connection between our inner world and how we present ourselves to the world.
Absolutely food for thought.
It is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.